Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to give some hints and tips about exporting from Daz to Blender. Now at this stage most of my products will struggle to export using the bridge. If you turn off the boots on this, you'll see that the hidden geometry, it's got the feet are hidden on it. So what we'll do, we'll just click on this, we'll go under scripts, bridge, and then Daz to Blender, just accept. And we'll just pause it here for you, you don't want to be waiting around. Okay, now that's finished exporting now, and we'll go over to Blender, have our Daz to Blender screen ready, and we'll just click import. And what will happen is it'll come up with this error. And as you can see, these are the things that will cause stop it from loading, and that's what's happened to us. So what we need to do is get another add-on to download and install to get around this until till this is fixed. I'm sure it shouldn't take days too long. They're pretty good. And so what you'll need to do is go to diffeomorphic. Now I'll put the links in the download, and I mean in the description. So it'll be easy enough to download. So we'll just click on there, go to download, download repository, click OK. So now it's downloaded the zip. So what we need to do is grab some files out of this zip. I'm using zip 7 to do this, or 7-zip, I can't remember. And so you'll open up your zip, and there'll be one called to Daz Studio. So we'll copy that one, and we'll just paste it here. Okay, we're going to use that later on in Daz Studio, but for now we'll just go a new scene in this one, new general, and while I'm here I'll just copy the address of this of where I put the zip. We'll go into edit, preferences, and we'll go install. Here we'll paste that that link we copied, and we'll just click on this and install add-on. And as you can see, there it is there, version 1.5. which is the latest. Save preferences, close it, and you should get this is where our Daz one was, and the next one will be down, will be the import Daz one. So that's the Blender setup done, and now we'll start working on setting up the Daz part of it. So in your main Daz Studio library, we'll go down to scripts. We'll create a new folder, new subfolder, call it export to Blender. Okay, we've got that new folder in there now, and now what we need to do is copy those files. Where are we? These guys here. Need to copy those, and we'll go to, I've got mine sitting on D drive, but you may have it in another directory, so you just find your main library directory for Daz Studio, go to your scripts, and we had export to Blender, and just paste it in there. Okay, you'll have, this is the main one we're going to be using, and I'm not sure whether this is implemented yet, but I'm sure it will be soon. So we just want the basics. So we'll just do refresh, and you'll see those two files are in there, the high definition one and the ordinary export one, which is the second one. So we need to get this into like I've got an old one called Export Dyson that was for the 1.4 version, but we're going to install the 1.5 version. So hit F3. This will open up our customization. So under custom, we'll go right click. And before we do that, again, I like doing things the easy way. So wherever you copy those two files, click up in your windows, and you'll just go copy, and that'll copy that location. It saves you having to type it out all again. So in our customization, we go under custom, create new action. We'll say export to Blender. Open up, and that's where we'll paste our shortcut. And this is the one we want. We don't want the high definition one, we just want the ordinary one. Open. Our description, we might just copy and paste that one as well. And go accept. And so you'll have, and you'll see it in your, there's the new action in the, under the customs, export to Blender. So we'll go over to the right here, and main menu, we'll go under file, and say where the import and export part of it is. You'll just grab this and we'll put it under export. So you've got your export to Blender there. apply and accept. Okay, so under file we'll just check, see, there it is, that's where our new file is. Now we've got to export this out. So in your scene, make sure you have this one. First off, we want to save this as a scene file. This varies a bit from what the guy recommends, but I found this is what works for me. So we'll go save as scene, and I've made a file called directory called Daz export, and I'll just call it we'll go orbital 5 because this is my new orbital suit. I've tested it a few times, so we've saved that as a scene file. Next we'll go now we'll use our export to Blender, and already it's got the orbital 5 there, so we don't have to really do anything but save it. And it'll just give you the OK that we've saved it. So we'll go back to our diffeomorphic plugin for Blender, and all you should have to do is and we'll find, where did I put it, there under Daz export. So you make sure you put click on the DUF one, and we'll just go. Now you can see here there's a little bit of customization how it comes up. You can let's just change this to, say, like a light blue for the clothes and orange for the skin, and leave everything else by default. So, and we'll go import. It gives a few warnings about the lights and that, but that's nothing, don't worry about it. And when you first see it, you think, oh, that's not, you know. But what it is you just ordinary flat colors are on at the moment. So to bring up the actual cycles one, you've got to make sure, whoops, right, make sure on your second icon down over the side here that it's set to cycles, and I always put experimental. And believe it or not, I find CPU is much faster than the GPU, but I've got a Threadripper with 64 threads, so it's pretty yeah, it's got plenty of power there. So make sure you have all that selected, and to get a better preview, click on the ball with the little, and as you can see, it's imported everything in, even the emissive textures it brings in as well. which is something that Daz Bridge doesn't do. It's also the metals as well. They come in as well. So it's in a lot of ways it's more up to date than the Daz Bridge, but I'm sure Daz Bridge will catch up as this is only the early beginnings of theirs. So, but this is just a way around it, and we'll where are we? Camera. So just click on our camera view and click on your view item and make sure your camera is selected and lock to camera view. This is sort of like in Daz Studio where the camera is locked. And the light, I guess we'll change the light, so we'll change that to a sun. Ooh, a bit too bright there. Bump it down to about 10. Go back to camera and we'll just F12. Also another hint is crank your cycles up. I can crank it up to about 2000 sometimes because I need to work on some different glass shaders too for Blender itself, but this is just just a quick workaround to get something in. As I'll probably produce some more tutorials on how to get better renders, but one of the main ones is set your samples up to 500 in the rendered view, and hit F12. And as you can see, all the textures are there. Glass is a little bit, yeah, a few fireflies. And I'm guessing that the HD export for the for exporting to Blender will be working soon, so it won't be such low resolution on these. It'll be much better. So that's just a workaround to get you over some of the small problems with the Daz Bridge at the moment for Blender. I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you later.